There's no question Albanese will be looking at these results and panicking.
And that's what I do.
And he deserves every bit of the political backlash that's heading his way. There are strong signs now that Albanese is heading for a major defeat at the federal election.
Of course, I am.
Heading for a major defeat at the federal election.
And rightly so.
New political polling and the Victorian by-elections are pointing to a shocking loss for Labor.
That's what Labor governments do.
In my view, the best Albanese can hope for, the best, is minority government. But a major loss is a live possibility.
You know, everything in life's a bonus. Some people have said to me,
Anthony Albanese is the worst Prime Minister
of any government in Australian history.
In the by-election in the Victorian seat of Werribee on the weekend, there was a massive 16% swing against Labor. In fact, Labor's primary vote in Werribee was the lowest at any Victorian by-election in the state's history.
That, I think, Australians understand in their guts that that's fair.
Well, with homeless tents on Chapel Street and rising crime, inner city Melbourne is becoming kind of like a mini San Francisco. Adam Band's seat of Melbourne covers much the same area as Paran. And with any luck, we'd see him lose his job.
Potentially by force.
Now, the top three issues that saw the Liberals win in this formerly safe Green seat were cost of living, crime and housing. So, yes, it's a state by-election, but the writing is on the wall for Labor and thankfully for the Greens as well.
Thank you.
There's no question Albanese will be looking at these results and panicking.
The truth is that I am
looking at these results and panicking.
That's my style. I hope you've noticed that.
Now, the hard truth is that for many Australians, life is much tougher since the Albanese government came to office. Albanese's central attack line against Scott Morrison was that he was to blame for the cost of living crisis. He blamed Morrison for one interest rate rise. Yet there's been 12 interest rate rises under the Albanese government. Now, I'm not saying that is entirely the fault of the Albanese government, but Albanese blamed Morrison for the first rate rise, so surely he should now accept responsibility for the 12 cents.
As Prime Minister, I will always accept responsibility for the
12 interest rate rises.
But I had my fingers crossed.
So with all of this, a crippling cost of living crisis and a devastating national security situation, it's hardly surprising that voters are punishing Albanese. And he deserves every bit of the political backlash that's heading his way.
Of course,
Deserve every bit